Hello and welcome to this video. A new game, 3+2. I have lost three games in a row in 3-0, and this seems to be too... no. No, I wanted to play e4. Now he gets a very reasonable pun off here. Anyway, I tried 3-0 as a practice format for my other games on the server, but it seems to be too fast too fast to still provide some meaningful commentary. What is going on here? I mean, I know that I screwed up the move order, but this is already pretty awful. It was more of a mouse slip, almost e3. Why do I... You shouldn't have such a bad position. Yeah, I'm more or less losing the d pawn. It's a little bit strange. d5, knight e5 is just too awful. Very strange. I don't know. Did I miss maybe I should have played h3 early on. I will show you earlier, or I will show you after the game my move order screw up, so that you better understand what I'm talking about. Okay, I have to clarify this. I know we can take on d4. I just have to try to find compensation in this position. And I have a little bit. It's not like there's absolutely nothing. The development is fairly good. He cannot move the rook. This one, then knight d4 is an issue. That's a pain. Okay, I have to take then. Not what I wanted. This one, knight d4, queen f4 is not so good for him. And here there's knight b5, queen b8. Can we get something going in this line? Probably not. So maybe this one. Trying to at least damage his pawn structure on c6. It's not an easy job to win if I get to take on c6 and I double the pawns. He's still struggling a little bit, like with on f7. Rook cannot move, so I'm going to take here. The bishop is a good piece, of course, but getting his pawn structure damage is worth something. Okay, just, well, b3 looks normal. I can also check him, though. Yeah, let's check him. King g8 looks completely normal. Or is he going for f6? f6, okay. That's a useful tempo. Okay, so he wants to go e5 in the nearest future. But let's go b4 first and make sure the c-pawn is not moving. Now that's not easy at all for black to convert. Okay. Just have a look at the pawn. And maybe I can go a4, b5. So cover that, make the queen more mobile. Now I can actually go to the d file and threaten rook d6. He should play queen to b5. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And now queen to h4 maybe for a tempo. Yeah, attack the pawn. This is 3+2, so it's not like I have to panic or something with the minute on the clock. Attack this pawn. It's fairly difficult, I think, for black to convert. Now, what am I doing here? Rook d8. He's got a check here. And he's got c5 lined up. Okay. Yeah, this is also not terrible. The rook ending. c5, there's rook c4. I have actually overlooked that after c5 is also threatening c4. That is not so great. Okay. A little bit surprised by this approach. I'm not sure if it's bad. It's just like I didn't expect this way of playing. I mean, I have two a pawns, and it's clear that the second a pawn here is not so useful. But still, get the king closer. Okay. So wants to go there. Okay, a6. I'm not going to promote the a pawn. That's clear. I just want to get the king active, but he's got rook d2. Then this is a bit of a pain. Okay. Make a fast decision. The e pawn. Okay. This is blocked fairly safely now. c8. That's good for black. Really? You have to take two a pawns. Yeah, sorry, I'm not going to take the rematch, which is always a little bit questionable. I know I'd like to take it, but I also like to make a quick analysis. Now, I slipped e3. I want to play e4 in this position and then go to a Maroczy bind. The move e3 is not so well pointed here because there is no knight on c6. This is a difference. Like if we compare this, for example, if black, let's go, okay, I have to go all the way back. I want to make this comparison. Like here, if you play e3, you actually threaten to play d4, d5, kick the knight away. And in this situation here, this is a different thing because here's the knight, here's the bishop. Here I can play queen to b3 and initiate this interesting sequence. In the actual game, we had this with bishop here instead of knight c6, queen b3 here, he can simply take, and now that move makes no sense. He can just secure the knight. Yeah, this is a big problem. Here he has king f8, the bishop is already here. So this is just a lot worse in comparison. I still should not be, yeah, worse, I'm sorry. I have to react here, probably h3 or something, so that I'm actually safe from losing the pawn immediately. The position is already, as you can see from the engine eval, is already fine for black. But in the game it was even more annoying. Only here I realized the problem. And there are various ways for black to be fine. Taking this was actually wrong, because rook fd1 was strong. Okay. Yeah, you know, I made one mistake. I mean, more than one. But, okay, this is good. Threatening this, actually. Yeah, what exactly is black's move? I'm threatening bishop h6. What I didn't see, actually, I thought I could go rook fd1 here, but he has knight d4. This is just a move, attacking the queen and now attacking the bishop. And okay, this still seems to be compensation, but yeah, it's maybe better than bishop g7, but my original plan didn't work, so I had to kind of try to find compensation here. And it seems that queen e5 now was strong, simply refusing to take. Yeah, after he took it, I think this is giving reasonable chances to draw, really. Yeah, here I'm totally out of the woods. Rook d6, ugh, that was not really difficult to see. Or queen d2 already with a better position. Maybe I was not ambitious enough. In particular, rook d6 is not rocket science, it's just a double attack. And I mean, he has the pawn, but everything else is bad. He's weakened all over the place. c6, e6, the king. So rook d6, yeah, I just win a pawn there for material equality. And this is just like, I'm just playing for compensation, let's say, and maybe missing small things possible. Yeah, I wonder if the endgame was lost at some point. I was surprised at his a5 move, but it seemed okay. I thought he would just go c5. That was my take. This and yeah, either take or go here. That was what I was thinking, but a5 is an interesting move. So black is definitely fine. I mean, he's probably, maybe he had more than equality later, so it's very much possible. So here I think it should be okay for me. My king is playing, the pawns are something that he has to attend to. Rook a7, maybe. But the likelihood that we get some kind of drawn ending here is very high. e4 is probably not helping, but this like rook h8, so rook e8, let's say. Rook takes g4 or something. It's very likely should be a draw, even though black is better, but it should be holdable, I think. In a blitz game, okay, we don't know what happens, but yeah, this is probably not the way to go. And rook c7 is just blundering, just a blunder. I think it's just a draw. I mean, he can draw in every way, probably, like this or so. Yeah, but that wins. a5 was also quite good. But okay, the king and pawn ending is winning, so yeah. Yeah, he's just far too slow. Pick this up and I'm just like miles away. This is a case where having two a pawns is good. Yeah, it takes time to actually capture them. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Kind of, I just see that the top text is not there. No, there's an area missing with the opponent's name and rating. That's odd. Weird. Anyway, I have to fix that. Thanks for watching.